Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm short. This one is just going to be about a science related thing in chemistry that I think points to God, and I'm just gonna talk about it and how I see it pointing to God. A disclaimer that this is the kind of simplified version of the science. Some of us are not going in like any great detail, but this is just how I see it based on what I'm learning. So let's get into it. Basically, there's this thing called spontaneity in chemistry, and it basically explores a big message about how the universe favors messiness because it requires less energy. It takes less energy to keep your room messy than to keep it clean, right? Makes sense. So the universe favors that disorder. An organized solid state requires more energy to stay that way, meaning that it requires energy input to prevent it from breaking down. How I think of it is like a group of rowdy children who ate way too much sugar, and to keep them still, it will take much more energy than if you were to just let them roam free and just go wild, right? So, how I think of it faith wise is that this is similar to us because unless we put energy and intentionality into our daily habits and lifestyle, we will revert to the default of sin. I like how, even in the way we live right now, we're literally fighting disorder because we are an organized creation that opposes chaos, right? And the universe doesn't like that. That's why it requires compensation for our non chaotic state, since maintaining order requires a lot of energy, right? We discussed that. Our body have many chemical processes that are constantly making the energy payment, right? The energy required for maintaining order. Similarly, having intentionality in our faith is critical because without it, the default is to fall back into sin, right? That's why even when we don't decide to sin, we find ourselves slipping back just by giving up in the fight, right? Like when you come home from work or school and you just feel that heaviness and just that moment where like you just want to doom scroll just like for 30 minutes, right? Like you just really feel that urge, right? So that's what happened to me, by the way. Yesterday, a couple days ago, I felt so tired that I just end up doom scrolling, and this kind of got me thinking about it when I just felt under that just tiredness. This is how I thought about, hey, that's similar to spontaneity, right? And that's why I think it's exhausting, because when you're fighting temptation, you feel fatigue. It's partly because you're actively resisting. That's how I look at it. Talk to you guys in